making our amazing apricot cider.
I'm Greg.
I'm Julie, and we're the Crafty Winers.
Where are you going, Nori? Where's Pippin?
Where is Pippin?
Causing trouble.
Oh, there she is. I don't know what she was doing.
Our corgis are thinking that it's almost time for dinner, but we're going to get a couple more videos done tonight first. And then we'll get you dinner, okay? So like all of our cider and lemonade recipes, this video is only going to show you how to take our base, in this case hard cider, and turn it into something a little more amazing than just a regular apple hard cider. So you need to watch the video that I'll link above that tells you how to get this particular batch. Now this is about a 7% ABV. It's got a pH level of around 3.8 or lower. And it's had potassium sorbate added to it so that when we add sugar by way of
apple juice
concentrate, it's not going to start fermenting again. So it's important to watch that video to know how to come up with this. So now that we've gotten that, we're going to show you how to take that and make it into a apricot cider. And like she said, an amazing apricot cider.
It is one of our favorites of all. And we've done a lot of different flavors of cider, and this is in the top 3, I think.
This particular cider, we're only using extract, and it's brewer's best. You can use other flavors, but we'd suggest using the same one because you're going to have the same strength level and so forth. But this is going to use all that we have of this, and we've got more in order. You could put frozen or fresh apricots in here if you'd like to supplement this flavor. Feel free. We're not doing that because they're not easy for us to get right now. So
we have an apricot tree. It's just not that time of year. So next year we can use real apricots.
And the corgis are snort festing.
Snort fest. Oh, they stop when I look at them. All right, so we're going to I'm going to let you put this in because you're better at not splashing everything.
So we do have enough headroom for this 12 ounces of great value apple juice concentrate. Can be any frozen concentrate that you find, but there is room for it. Otherwise, you may have to take a little out. Again, make sure you've added the sorbate because this sugar will start this fermenting again if you haven't added potassium sorbate. Clunk. We intentionally, in the base video, did not put this can of concentrate in because some of our recipes we don't want the apple juice to be added.
Correct.
This particular one, we do want it to be a little bit sweeter and have a little more apple flavor than some of the ones that we make.
And also
So
the sweetness. The sweetness in some of our recipes comes from syrup, sugar-free syrup, or sugar syrup. In this case, this is just an extract and it is not sweet at all. It's just straight apricot flavor.
And it doesn't really taste a whole lot like apricot if you were to sit down and taste it. It's got to have the sweetness to actually taste like an apricot. So we're going to add 5 tablespoons plus 1 teaspoon is where we like it. 5 tablespoons is probably plenty enough, but the recipe says 5 tablespoons and plus 1 teaspoon.
That's what our batch note says. So that's what we're going to put in.
We're going to add that and stir it up.
Okay.
5 tablespoons, 1 teaspoon later. Stir it up real good. And we will taste it to make sure that we're good with the level.
And you'll want to do that too. You can do this to taste. You might like less or more apricot flavor than we have, so feel free to adjust it.
We won't come through your monitor and chastise you for not following our recipe this time.
No, we won't.
Next time, no promises. So this is going to be carbonated, and this is not carbonated right now, so
it does taste a little different once you carbonate it.
It's going to be a little
better, I think.
It adds some bitterness to it, so some of the sweet will go away if they're sweet.
Yeah, that's good. I think it's ready. Ready to carbonate.
So now we are going to put this into our force carbonator for 32 psi for 45 minutes, and then let it sit in the cold fridge overnight to let that CO2 absorb into it. And then we will come back and taste it. If you are not in a position to force carbonate, we do have a video on force carbonation that we'll link above. You could naturally carbonate this, But you're going to have to take into account the sugar that was in the apple juice concentrate, and it is going to ferment out. So you'll end up with a much drier cider than what we're going to have.
It's true.
Our sugar is still going to be in there. If you naturally carbonate it, and we have a video above,
drier,
it's going to be drier.
Which some people like that. The drier
So
ciders. So
you can do that by taking into account the amount of sugar that's in the can. And I'm going to tell you just from our experience, that one can is enough to naturally carbonate it. You don't need to add any more sugar, and it'll be very carbonated. So you can follow our video on naturally carbonating and try to do that. Just again, not going to be exactly the same as ours, because ours is going to have some sweetness left over from the sugar that was in the apple juice concentrate that yours would not have after naturally carbonating it.
right. And in our natural carbonation video, I use priming sugar in the wine that I use, and you would not want to do that with this.
Because you're going to get it. You'll get it from the apple juice concentrate. So we will be back after this is carbonated to give it a taste. Okay, so we cold crashed it for a few days and then force carbonated it, and it's done.
And bottled it, obviously. To keep the carbonation in.
All of that is in, we have a forced carbonation video, and then we have a bottling carbonated beverages video that I'll also link. We're both getting some of this?
Well, yeah. We know it's good, right?
I do have high expectations for it, yes.
Yep. It is definitely in my top 3. Pretty good.
Yep. Tastes like an apricot.
It does. An alcoholic fizzy apricot.
Yeah, which is even better than an apricot. So you see the carbonation level.
It's nice and carbonated.
Yeah. So that was a success. Again, feel free to mess with the recipe a little bit, make it more to your liking. Apricot habanero, apricot jalapeno would be, probably both of those would be okay.
Yeah, they'd probably be
Make them
good.
spicy.
Yep.
We just finished filming peach jalapeno that I'll link if I have enough links left. If not, it'll be in the description below.
Might not.
And that's also one of our favorites.
Yep, it is. Thank you guys for watching our recipe video on making hard apricot apple cider. We hope you enjoyed it, and try it and let us know what you thought of it, how it turned out. If you made any changes to it, we'd like to hear that too. Please like the video and subscribe to our channel. And until next time, cheers!